Good morning, everyone, and welcome. I'm delighted to have you here today. We're about to dive into an important topic, regulatory procedures for GMP approval in India. I'm Dr. S.K. Singh, and I'll be guiding you through this presentation. Over the next few minutes, we'll explore the key steps and requirements involved in obtaining GMP approval. So, let's get started and take this journey together. Welcome to the second slide of our presentation. Here, we'll delve into what GMP really means. GMP stands for World Health Organization, Good Manufacturing Practices. It's a vital system that ensures pharmaceutical products are made to the highest quality standards. Essentially, it helps guarantee that medications are consistently produced and controlled according to strict quality guidelines. This consistency is key to making sure the products are safe, effective, and suitable for human use. The guidelines provided by GMP serve as a framework for manufacturers, helping them maintain high-quality production systems. They also ensure compliance with international standards, which is crucial for global health and trade. By following these practices, pharmaceutical companies can produce medicines that healthcare providers and patients can trust. This slide highlights the importance of these standards as a foundation for quality and safety in the pharmaceutical industry, which ties into our overall discussion on maintaining excellence in medicine manufacturing. Let's take a moment to look at the main objectives of GMP certification. First and foremost, it aims to ensure the quality, safety, and efficacy of medicines. This means that every medicine produced meets strict standards so that patients can trust what they're taking. Another key point is reducing risks during pharmaceutical manufacturing. This involves implementing processes that prevent errors and contamination, which are critical for patient safety. Speaking of contamination, preventing mix-ups and errors is also a major focus, since even small mistakes can have serious consequences. Maintaining proper documentation and traceability is essential, too. This helps track every step of production, which is vital for accountability and addressing any issues that might arise later. Finally, the certification aims to improve the international acceptance of pharmaceutical products. When a product is GMP certified, it signals to the world that it adheres to high standards, making it easier to access global markets. Now, why is this important? Well, GMP certification boosts global trust in Indian pharmaceutical products, which is crucial for expanding exports and strengthening our reputation worldwide. Overall, these objectives are all about ensuring that medicines are safe, effective, and trusted everywhere they reach. Let's take a closer look at the regulatory authorities in India that oversee drug and food safety. First, we have the CDSCO, or Central Drugs Standard Control Organization. This is the main national authority under the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. Its primary role is to regulate drugs across the country and handle export certifications. The CDSCO is led by the Drugs Controller General of India, commonly known as DCGI, who oversees the entire regulatory framework. They coordinate efforts to ensure that drug standards are maintained uniformly throughout India. Moving on, at the state level, we have the State Food and Drug Administration, or state FDA. These bodies are responsible for licensing manufacturing facilities within their respective states and conducting inspections to ensure compliance with safety standards. They also play a vital role in conducting GMP inspections, often working hand-in-hand with the CDSCO to maintain quality standards across the board. Understanding how these authorities work together helps us see the comprehensive approach India takes toward ensuring drug safety and quality. It's a layered system that combines national oversight with regional enforcement, which is crucial in maintaining high standards in the pharmaceutical and food industries. Now, let's take a closer look at the responsibilities of the CDSCO in relation to WHO GMP certification. First, one of their key roles is the development of national GMP standards. This means they set the benchmarks that pharmaceutical companies in India need to meet to ensure quality and safety. They also work closely to align these standards with WHO guidelines, creating a cohesive framework that supports international recognition. Monitoring regulatory compliance is another crucial responsibility. The CDSCO regularly oversees and inspects manufacturing facilities to ensure they adhere to established standards. In some cases, they also issue export-related certifications, which are essential for companies aiming to enter international markets. Supporting harmonization with international regulatory systems is vital too. By aligning India's regulations with global standards, they make it easier for Indian pharmaceuticals to compete worldwide. Additionally, during inspections, the CDSCO coordinates with state FDA authorities to ensure a seamless oversight process. Now, shifting to their role in international trade, the CDSCO plays a vital part in helping Indian pharmaceutical companies meet international quality expectations. This support is key for expanding India's pharmaceutical exports and establishing a strong global presence. Overall, their work ensures that Indian medicines are trusted worldwide, which ties back to our broader theme of strengthening India's position in the global pharmaceutical industry. Now, let's talk about the responsibility of the state FDA in the WHO GMP certification process. The state FDA plays a crucial role in ensuring that manufacturing units meet the required standards. Their key responsibilities include granting manufacturing licenses, which is essential for legal operation. They also review the application documents submitted for WHO GMP certification to ensure all information is accurate and complete. Another important task is conducting thorough inspections of the facilities. This helps verify that the manufacturing units are following good manufacturing practices and maintaining quality standards. The state FDA also verifies compliance with Schedule M requirements, which are the specific guidelines for pharmaceutical manufacturing in India. Based on their inspections and reviews, the state FDA then recommends either approval or the need for corrective actions. If everything is in order, they issue the WHO GMP certificates, which many states recognize and uphold. The importance of this role cannot be overstated. The state FDA ensures that manufacturing units continuously comply with GMP standards. This ongoing oversight is vital to maintaining the quality and safety of pharmaceutical products throughout the supply chain, ultimately protecting public health. Now, let's take a closer look at the eligibility criteria for WHO GMP certification. First, it's important to understand which pharmaceutical units are eligible. This includes manufacturers of tablets and capsules, as well as injectable manufacturing units. API manufacturers, or active pharmaceutical ingredient producers, are also part of this group. Additionally, Ayurvedic and herbal medicine manufacturers can qualify, where applicable, depending on the specific regulations. Medical device manufacturing units may also be eligible in certain cases. Moving on to the basic requirements, there are some fundamental standards that all eligible units must meet. First, having a valid manufacturing license is crucial, as it proves your compliance with national regulations. Next, you need qualified technical staff, people with the training and expertise to ensure quality and compliance throughout the manufacturing process. Infrastructure must be GMP compliant, meaning your facilities are designed and maintained to meet good manufacturing practices. A dedicated quality control laboratory is essential for testing and ensuring the quality of your products. Lastly, having well-documented standard operating procedures, or SOPs, is vital for consistent and compliant manufacturing operations. Together, these eligibility criteria and requirements form the foundation for achieving WHO GMP certification, which is a key step in demonstrating your commitment to quality and safety in pharmaceutical manufacturing. All right, let's walk through the first step in the application process for WHO GMP certification. The very first thing a pharmaceutical company needs to do is submit an application to the state FDA. This is a crucial initial step because it officially kicks off the certification process. When submitting your application, there are several key documents you'll need to include. These are essential to demonstrate your compliance and readiness. First, You'll need a copy of your manufacturing license, which shows you are authorized to produce pharmaceuticals. Next, a comprehensive product list is required, detailing all the products you plan to manufacture under the certification. You should also prepare a site master file, which provides an overview of your manufacturing site, including processes, quality systems, and facilities. Along with that, a layout of your manufacturing area is important to give inspectors a clear understanding of your setup. Equipment details are also necessary, so they know what machinery you use and how it's maintained. Validation documents are required to prove your processes are consistent and reliable. And finally, your quality management system records should be ready to demonstrate your commitment to quality standards. Now, all of these documents are generally submitted along with applicable fees, which are determined according to state regulations. It's important to note that these fees can vary depending on where you are, so always refer to your local guidelines. Understanding this initial step is vital because it sets the foundation for a smooth certification process. Proper preparation, thorough documentation, and timely fee submission help ensure your application moves forward efficiently. Now, let's talk about the document review process, specifically the evaluation conducted by the state FDA. When they review the submitted documents, they focus on several key areas. First, they check for compliance with GMP requirements, making sure everything aligns with regulatory standards. Next, they assess the adequacy of the quality systems in place, ensuring that the systems are robust enough to support consistent product quality. They also look closely at documentation practices, verifying that records are clear, complete, and properly maintained. Personnel qualifications are another critical aspect, ensuring that staff involved in manufacturing and testing are properly trained and qualified. Lastly, they review manufacturing and testing procedures to confirm they are scientifically sound and correctly implemented. The outcome of this review is straightforward. If the documents are satisfactory and meet all the necessary criteria, the next step is to schedule an inspection. This process helps ensure that everything is in order before moving forward, ultimately supporting the overall goal of maintaining high-quality standards in the industry. Now, let's look at the areas we typically check during an inspection. First, hygiene and sanitation are critical, as they directly impact product safety. We also review validation records to ensure processes are consistent and reliable, and batch manufacturing records to verify each batch is properly documented. Deviation handling is another key area. It's important to see how deviations are identified, documented, and addressed. We also examine complaint and recall systems, which are vital for product accountability and consumer safety. The manufacturing areas themselves are inspected to ensure cleanliness and compliance, along with HVAC systems to maintain proper environmental controls. Water systems are checked to ensure water quality meets standards, and equipment qualification documents verify that machinery is suitable for its intended use. Documentation practices are scrutinized to confirm traceability and accuracy, especially within the quality control laboratories. Warehousing and storage conditions are inspected to prevent contamination or mix-ups. When it comes to the WHO GMP inspection process, the inspection team, usually comprising inspectors from the state FDA and sometimes CDSCO, thoroughly evaluates all these areas. Their goal is to ensure compliance with good manufacturing practices, which underpin product quality and safety. Now, let's take a closer look at the certification process. Once a facility successfully passes the inspection, the next step is reviewing the inspection report carefully. This review is crucial to confirm that all compliance requirements have been met. If everything checks out, the WHO GMP certificate is then issued, officially recognizing the facility's adherence to good manufacturing practices. It's important to note that this certificate isn't valid forever. Typically, it has a limited validity period, which means the facility needs to renew it periodically. This ensures that standards are maintained over time. Speaking of renewal, the process involves periodic inspections. These inspections are key to ensuring ongoing compliance and continuous quality assurance. Essentially, they serve as a regular checkup to confirm that the facility still meets all necessary standards, supporting the overall goal of safeguarding public health through high-quality pharmaceutical manufacturing. Let's take a look at some of the common deficiencies we often observe during inspections. These issues can significantly impact the quality and compliance of a manufacturing operation. First, poor documentation practices are frequently noted. This means records are incomplete or not maintained properly, which can lead to gaps in traceability and accountability. Next, inadequate cleaning validation is another common problem. Without proper validation, we can't be certain that cleaning processes effectively remove contaminants, risking product safety. Environmental monitoring is sometimes done improperly, which can fail to detect potential contamination risks in the manufacturing environment. Incomplete training records are also observed, indicating that staff may not be sufficiently trained or that their training is not properly documented, affecting overall product quality. Furthermore, deficient quality control procedures are a concern. This could mean that procedures are outdated or not comprehensive enough to catch issues before products reach the market. Lastly, data integrity concerns are increasingly seen. This involves issues like data manipulation or loss, which undermine trust in the manufacturing and testing data. Now, addressing these issues requires strong corrective actions. Companies must implement effective CAPA or corrective and preventive action systems. These systems help identify root causes of deficiencies and ensure that proper measures are taken to prevent recurrence. By focusing on these areas and implementing robust CAPA processes, we can improve compliance, enhance product quality, and ensure patient safety. Let's take a moment to look at the benefits of WHO GMP certification, starting with what it means for pharmaceutical companies. One major advantage is increased export opportunities. When a company is GMP certified, it can access new markets more easily because it meets international standards. This opens doors to more business and growth. Another key benefit is improved product quality. GMP standards ensure that medicines are consistently produced to high quality, which is essential for patient safety and trust. Along with that, certification helps companies stay compliant with regulatory requirements, reducing the risk of legal issues or product recalls. GMP certification also boosts a company's reputation. Being recognized internationally signals to customers, partners, and regulators that the company is committed to quality and safety. This, in turn, increases customer confidence, which is vital for long-term success. Now, shifting to the public health perspective, GMP isn't just about business benefits. It plays a critical role in ensuring that medicines are safe and effective for patients. When medicines are produced under GMP standards, we can be more confident that they will perform as intended and not cause harm. So, in essence, WHO GMP certification benefits both the pharmaceutical industry and public health by promoting high-quality, reliable medicines that save lives and build trust worldwide. So, in conclusion, WHO GMP certification plays a crucial role as a quality standard for pharmaceutical manufacturers in India. It helps ensure that medicines are produced to international quality benchmarks, which is essential for patient safety. When we look at the regulatory framework, CDSCO is responsible for providing the overall national coordination. They set the policies and ensure that the entire system functions smoothly. At the same time, state FDA authorities handle the application review process and conduct inspections at the manufacturing sites. This decentralized approach helps maintain local oversight and ensures compliance at every level. WHO GMP inspections are particularly important because they verify that manufacturers are adhering to the strict quality standards. These inspections help maintain the integrity of the manufacturing process and build confidence in the medicines produced. Overall, achieving WHO GMP certification not only supports public health by ensuring safe and effective medicines, but also boosts international pharmaceutical trade. It opens doors for Indian companies to access global markets, fostering growth and trust in the industry. So, in essence, these points highlight how a strong regulatory system combined with international standards helps protect public health and promotes global trade in pharmaceuticals. For further support, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. We're here to help you with any questions or additional information you might need. Remember, your success is important to us, and we're committed to providing the assistance you require. Thank you so much for your attention and participation today. We truly appreciate your time and engagement.